I would like to introduce the instructors. If you would please stand when I call your name. Miss Larilyn Romoroso. Miss Amy Fier-Sassoon. Miss Joanne Honesty. Miss Emma Abutin. Miss Kathy Goddard. Mr. Marius Papanerio. And John Gonzalez. I also want to introduce our VN Clinical NCLEX Coordinator, Ms. Lisa Davis. And our VN Registrar Administrative Assistant, Ms. Lasanda Garcia. Without all of them, without all of you, this could not have happened. So thank you all very much. I would like to introduce our first speaker, which would be our Regional Nursing Director, Miss Mary Hitchens.
It is such a privilege to stand before you. Oh, you look so handsome and beautiful, each and every one of you students. I am telling you, no longer students, graduates of the VN program. Oh, truly, it is my honor. It is indeed just so nice to see you all looking so sharp. And remember that when you're out there working, stay sharp, okay? All right, I'm gonna give you a little history. You know, we gotta have a little history. So everybody get their little woos and everything out now. Everybody. All right. The tradition of the nursing pinning was a ceremony of pinning, or it originated in the 1860s, way back then. You know, in the olden days. At the Nightingale School of Nursing at St. Thomas Hospital in London, having been recently awarded the Red Cross of St. George for her selfless service to the injured and dying, Florence Nightingale chose to extend the honor to her most outstanding, you hear me? Outstanding graduate nurses by presenting each of them with a medal for excellence. It was the Wolverton Royal Hospital School in England that initiated the tradition of presenting all graduates with a badge. The first pin was awarded to the graduating class of 1880. Anybody back? Okay. Of the Bellevue Hospital School of Nursing in New York City. The pin was presented to each of the graduates was both beautiful and symbolic. By 1916, the practice of pinning new nursing graduates was common in schools throughout the United Kingdom and North America. For some, both within the nursing profession and the public, view the pinning ceremony as an outdated ritual. But I, like so many of my colleagues, perceive this lovely tradition as a very meaningful and important rite of passage into the profession. The nursing pin has been both literally and symbolically a cross to bear, a medal and a badge, and the pins of today still, to me, present these things. Nursing is a cross to bear for those of us who remain with the patient long after the hours when everyone has gone home. Nurses never forget about the patients, even when they are not caring for them physically. They remain in their thoughts. Remembering always that they are caring for someone's mother, father, sister, brother, son, or daughter. And these people are counting on them to take care of their loved one because they cannot do it themselves. Remember that, okay? Somebody's mother, somebody's sister, brother, come on. Yes? Son, daughter, remember that, always remember that. And there are some times But in spite of all of our technology and care, there's a patient that does not survive. And we must admit defeat and yield to death. At times, this emotional burden truly seems unbearable. But we understand it is part of both the pain, listen to me, and the privilege of being a nurse. Yes? The nursing pin remains a symbolic medal of honor. Nurses honor both the miracle of life, the finality of death. They respect and honor an individual's right to enter into life safely and to die with dignity. They also honor your parents' right, the patient's, excuse me, not your parents. You do honor your parents though. Okay, they also honor their patients' right to continue to refuse medical care. The nursing pin is also a badge of courage. Nurses are courageous in caring for those patients that would otherwise be ignored or exiled by society. Every day nurses do battle on the front lines, fighting death and disease. But they do it with courage and commitment. They, like so many other professionals in public service, put their own lives in perils. And you know what that's about. You've been a student for a year, so you put it in perils and to save the life of another. The pinning ceremony is therefore so much more than an event to mark the completion of a nursing school. It is a beautiful rite of passage into the profession and a reminder of all of us nursing well-founded historic promise to serve the infirm. Today, as each receive your nursing pin, be mindful of those who have so courageously gone before you, and those who will stoically serve with you in the profession of nursing. Always bear your pin with pride. Let it serve as a constant reminder, not only to yourself, but to your patients, of your desire, dedication, and commitment you have made to serve others. It is truly both a medal of honor and a badge of courage. In closing, I want to thank you again for allowing me to participate in this very special occasion and moment of your life. On behalf of all the faculty, staff, UEI College of Nursing, the International Education Corporation Board of Directors and Administration, I want to express to each of you our sincere congratulations and best wishes for your future in nursing.
Thank you, Mary. That was wonderful. I enjoyed that speech. Didn't you? Yes. Well done. The next speaker we are going to have is our class president, and she also is the salutatorian, and I cannot pronounce her last name. Rib? Thank you. All I know her as Nicole, but it is Stevie Nicole. What was it again? Rib. Thank you. Nicole, if you would please come up.
Super nervous. But, right? My card even says, take a deep breath, you can do this. And I still can't even say breath, right? Yeah, exactly. Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight to celebrate this wonderful occasion. It's hard to believe that we're actually here. A year ago, it seemed like this mystical event that we would never reach. Needless to say, it's been a long year. I want to start off by thanking the family and friends, you here with us tonight, and the ones who couldn't make it. Without your support, love, and sometimes shoving behind to get that homework assignment completed, we would not be here tonight. Thank you for being so amazing and understanding. For understanding that after an 8 or 12-hour clinical shift or lecture, plus 2 to 3 hours of studying, those dishes were just not getting done. For picking up the slack with dinner and laundry, and all those various chores were just too exhausted to do. For becoming the chauffeur to games and shopping trips. As hard as it's been for us to push forward, I imagine it's been much harder to essentially lose a family member for the past year. Coming from a military family and being married to a Marine, we looked at this last year as deployment, and it really was. We have missed so much, it seemed, but the rewards will surely outweigh the cost. I can't imagine how hard it's been for the children. As adults, you can understand why furthering our education is so important and the need to sacrifice so much to achieve our dreams. But children just see mommy and daddy as being gone. Thank you for staying strong. Mommy and daddy really did do this for you. So once they get that great paying job as a nurse, they can take a shop and pay for it. I want to thank our instructors now. It's been a long year for y'all too. Mr. Valencia, who couldn't be here with us tonight, with his now famous learning centers, and a whole new definition to smells like teen spirit. Miss Honesty, that if you had your ninja hand chopping and giving us the eye, we better pay attention.
That's right.
It's super important.
Yeah.
Miss Lynn, I just don't know. I just don't know. And for everybody in the crowd, yeah, that's her one pet peeve. You can't say that to her. Miss Emma, who would love to say sugar to the max. And no, sometimes the word sugar was replaced with another word.
Okay.
And accidents do happen. Miss Ferrer, that you can never really overuse the words basically. And you guys, okay, you guys. Mr. Gonzalez, well, you had to be a marathon runner to keep up with you on the floor. Okay. And also for our guests, these are actually instructors from one of the other classes, but they have worked with us. Thank you for everything you've done for us too. And of course, I cannot forget our director of nursing, Mrs. Quick, who always reminded us to use the F word. Stay flexible.
That's right.
Even though most of the time the other F word came to mind. But really, all jokes aside, thank you for providing us with so much knowledge and so many skills. Thank you for being patient, dedicated, and understanding. For, as Kelly would say, making us the best nurse possible.
And the passport.
That's the next goal. Okay, to my classmates, we made it. This past year has been one of the most challenging and at times frustrating year of my life, as I'm sure most of yours. We conquered endless projects, homeworks, skids, so much studying, and all those tiring hours of free labor, also known as clinicals. As we sit here, we reflect on the feelings of last January, our first week of nursing school, lost and completely weary of the challenges we would soon be facing. Really scared out of our minds.